Shawn Persinger, aka Prester John, here with another video for Elixir Strings. Today I'm going to talk about a right-hand technique that you don't hear so much anymore, but you used to hear it a lot in the 1960s, early 1960s. I call this the Latin twist, and you heard it in a lot of pop, rock, doo-wop songs of that era. And it's a pity you don't hear it anymore because it's got a very distinctive sound, and it's a little tricky to do, which might be one of the reasons you don't hear it so much. And the idea here is that I've got a palm mute, and I'm doing a rake down, but then I'm going to pick backwards. And I'm going to do some different little variations on this as well. Maybe the best example of the pop song from that era would be Sam Cooke's Wonderful World, and I'll show you a little bit of a chord progression where we can add some bass lines to this as well. But now let's take a close-up look at the technique. So let's get a close-up of this. I'm going to use a really typical cliche Latin, Spanish, Mexican type chord progression, and you'll hear this Latin twist, and I'm going to also show a close-up of my right hand. All right, here's the Latin twist in A minor. All right, so let's get a close-up of the right hand here. And this is a very difficult technique to explain, especially in a video. So first of all, I've got some palm mute, right? But I've got just enough to let the notes ring out so you can hear the pitch, but sometimes I am going for a more percussive sound. So on the way down, I've got a lot of palm mute. I'm picking that first note, dragging through. Next chord. There, I'm loose with my palm mute. Basically, I've gotten rid of it completely. F chord. This is a tough technique. You're going to have to work on it if you're used to just strumming up and down or doing palm muting. It's a combination of the two. You can barely even tell that I've got my palm mute. That's what my hand looks like there for my palm mute, okay? I always like to think of it as you got a karate chop, and then you're going to karate chop right there across the strings. So a nice variation is to put some bass lines in, and this progression is very similar to Sam Cooke's Wonderful World. And again, I'll show you both hands, okay? All right, and here's the right hand on the second chord progression. And there you have it, the Latin twist. I hope you found this lesson useful. Make some comments. This is tricky. Let me know if this is something new for you to work on. It's new to your vocabulary, and maybe you're finding it a little bit harder than you thought you would. But if you add it to your repertoire of strums, boy, it will really brighten up and give you a lot more variety to work with when it comes to strumming any particular song. Because by the way, you don't have to stick with 1960s tunes. There's 70s songs, 80s, basically any genre you could do. And of course, maybe write your own song using this new technique if it's new for you. As always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Elixir Strings YouTube channel. Hit that bell to get notifications, and we'll see you next time.